What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to another Old School Wednesday review. Today, we're taking a look at one of my favorite underwater sets. It's from the 90s diver theme, specifically the Stingray Explorer. That's set 6442. It had 147 pieces, came out in 1997, had 3 minifigs, and it retailed for 20 US. Now nowadays, this set's going for 65 new and 29 used, and this has so many good things going for it. I absolutely love the feel that this set gives off. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to start us off, we'll begin by taking a look at the smallest build that's included. This little underwater vehicle that has a camera on it, some nice little chrome pieces as well to go over the lights. All in all, it's pretty simple, but I do quite like it. Really just adds to the set with another little machine you can kind of play with, especially if you're a kid. Let's now take a look at the landscape. And we'll begin by giving you guys a 360 view of this as well. And I have to say, I absolutely love this. It's so simple. It's literally 20 pieces, but it just adds such a feeling to the set. Notice there's all these sticker pieces as well of fish in the background. Do quite like that. I also love the fact that there's a little crab right there. In fact, let's just zoom in a little bit more on that. So awesome. And it uses one of those big ugly rock pieces, which I think work quite well in this model. They also used these green fire pieces to represent seaweed, and I think that was so creative. It's one of the only themes I know of that actually used a piece like that in to represent seaweed. Oh, as you'll notice right here too, just move the stingray a little bit. There's all kinds of little fish. Just so creative. You wouldn't see LEGO really do stuff like that nowadays, and that's why I just think it's awesome. You also notice the little diver with the camera. He's obviously searching around, and then there is a cutlass. So obviously pirates are here. So it looks to be some old wreckage of an older pirate ship. All in all, I absolutely love this little landscape. Let's now move on to the sub. And now we've made our way to the sub. And it's a little sub, some may say, but it's actually not that small. There is a lot of interior for, a sub this size. Another thing that's actually awesome about this theme is you see these little propellers. Well, if you blow on them, literally they'll spin. So I always thought that was cool. I did that a lot as a kid. You'll also notice they have these nice little stickers on the back here. There's way too many stickers in this set. I will just say it right now. However, it adds some nice detail. As I always say, it also has printing on the side, 442. And these little claws that actually work quite well. You can very easily hold things with them. They're actually smaller than a lot of claws that we get nowadays, but they're kind of a minifig width claw, which is interesting. But let's actually show you guys where the pilot seats. And there he is, very simple. Also has a nice little window where you can see, the side of his head. But what I really liked about this little sub is you open this up, and this is what I mean by the interior. It is huge. There's another diver here. I actually just took his diving gear off. Check that out. There's so much space in a sub this size, and there's also another little computer. I love the fact that it has, reminds me of Finding Nemo, Dorothy or whatever her name is. Anyways, that's the fish that's on the computer screen. All in all, this sub is just great. I mean, for something this size to have that much capacity to fit 2 minifigs, in fact, you could almost fit a third. Well, not really. It'd be really tight in there to fit another minifig, but it can easily fit 2. There's the underbelly of the sub. All in all, I absolutely love this little vehicle. I love the fact too that it completely encases the sub pilot. A lot of sets there'll be gaps, especially back in the 90s, but in this one there are no gaps. It completely encases him, and I just really appreciate it. Anyways, those are the vehicles and the landscape. Let's now take a look at the minifigs. And here we have the 3 minifigs that are included in this set. Let's give you guys a 360 view of them. Now there is no back torso printing, back face printing, not even leg printing, but I still quite like the classic overall look of these figs. There's something nostalgic about them, and they all have different face printing, which we'll take a look at. So here we have the sub pilot, and then we have one of the divers, and what's cool about him is you can actually raise his goggles to reveal his face, and that's actually just removed both the helmets, so you can get a little bit better view of what these figs' faces look like. So this guy has a little bit of growth, which I thought was kind of funny, along with a very nice looking little torso. Has some gauges there. He is a diver after all. And then on the left we have what looks to be more of a blonde diver. He's clean shaven. All in all, I do quite like these figs. I love their little spear guns and their camera as well. I just think that that's it's appropriate for a diving theme, right? It makes sense, and you could probably pretend if you're a kid that you're going to defend yourself with the spear gun from sharks, because there's actually a lot of sharks in this set, this theme. There wasn't a shark in this set, which is surprising, but the overall theme generally has tons and tons of sharks. Anyways, those are the figs. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, this little set has it all. I love the little base plate with, you know, the ugly rock, which they call it or whatever. The seaweed, the stingray, you got the little, you know, diver coming in to try and find stuff. You got the little pirate sword. I just think it's great. The other little machine that they have with this set is also pretty cool, the smaller one, as well as obviously the sub. I love the fact that you can fit 2 minifigs in it, and there's a little computer console for the back diver. All in all, I absolutely love this one. This one probably for 20 bucks, it gets a 10 out of 10. And I would highly recommend you guys get it. It's not going for that much. I always had my eye on this ever since I was a little dude. Finally got it, and it did not disappoint, which sometimes happens with older sets. You have all this nostalgia for them, you finally get it, and you find out that the set is just not that good. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this one, if you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. I just think for what it is, it's great. And I would really love it if LEGO kind of returned to this 90s type diver underwater sets. I think that they do really well, but yeah, we'll see if they ever do that. But yeah, that's all I got for today. But if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future old new sets we do on the channel. We do basically one every Wednesday, at least every second Wednesday, and I love doing them. This is a perfect reason why. But yeah, that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.